Harry and Meghan, well, they're facing a mounting backlash as they continue to maintain that their silence on the royal racism claims made by their mouthpiece, Omid Scobie. That's in his new book, Endgame. But another voice who has been silent on the topic has also been the King, who's been too busy making speeches at the Global Climate Change Conference. So I want to know, is it time for King Charles to take action? Right, I think I'm going to go to you, Peter Edwards. What do you think about all of this?
To me, this is really sad, and, you know, it's a family, obviously, with a lot of disagreements and then being aired in public. I think Omid Scobie, you know, obviously he's written a couple of books, and he was, you know, I support the right of reporters to publish what they want, but essentially, should the King be commenting on the works of a gossip columnist? Of course not. You don't think so?
Habib?
Well, I mean, I think the whole thing's been blown out of proportion. I am half Pakistani and half English. My wife, my now ex-wife, was entirely English, and when she was expecting our children, we often discussed what they might look like, because we had lots of different ethnic contributions coming into the mix. Actually, she was half Russian, half Russian, half a quarter English, a quarter Scottish. I'm half English and half Pakistani. So we had a real melting pot of genes, and we often discussed what colour our children might be, what complexion they might have, what the colour of their eyes might be, what sort of hair they might have. That's not racist. That's just normal. It's just normal. And even completely white couples will discuss the prospective caricatures of their the features of their children. And so I think the whole thing has been taken out of context.
But they... I mean, I watched the Oprah interview. I thought it was staged. Concerns is a very specific word used to sort of draw in your imagination.
Well, I think Meghan Markle is a very sick individual.
But she's not here to defend herself, but she has said that she has mental health issues, so I don't know...
She clearly has. I think she's got real mental health issues, because she manages to get offended by the most inoffensive things, and she was welcomed wholeheartedly into the royal family. The wedding she got was in no way diminished as a result of her being from an ethnic minority or anything like that. She was celebrated, and yet she bit the hand that fed her. She bit the people that put their protective cloak around her, and she kicked the institution in the shins. I don't understand what's wrong with that woman.
Sorry, Ben, I thought that was funny.
I don't think it's right to call someone sick. You know, I wouldn't swap with her. I think...
not as in sick, but she has talked about mental health issues, and if you are suffering with those,
exactly,
then it would be seen as illness.
I think Harry and Meghan have made some poor judgments, but Harry lost his mother at a young age, and they, both of them, you know, get followed around the world by photographers. I think elements of their life will be very difficult. Of course, they have enormous wealth, but I definitely wouldn't call her sick. I don't think that's right at all. I think a member of the royal family, and they're still treated like royals, regardless of their kind of formal and legal status, a member of the royal family faces probably unimaginable pressures that would just be alien to any of us.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. Do you think that part of this was a misunderstanding? That Harry, because remember the conversation about the concerns with the skin or whatever, with whoever it was in the royal family, he's only kind of a new adopter of the whole racism thing. He doesn't fully understand it. Do you think he went back sort of to his wife, say, oh, they said this, to sort of score some...
I've no idea, and I think that's maybe that's why I'm being wary, because we have no idea what goes on in the royal household, and I certainly wouldn't rely on what Omid Scobie says. I think clearly it would be hugely wrong if anyone suggested that having a black child would be denied some privileges in the royal family. But as far as I understand it, Omid Scobie has not gone that far. And as you said, he's used vaguer language about conversations, and several of us have obviously dual national family members, and we all talk about what our kids look like.
Well, listen, my son is called Ivory, and we had a hoot because he's mixed race. We thought, what if he comes out really dark? Because obviously Ivory is a white colour. So then we said, well, maybe we'll call him Ebony. So it was a bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke, and nobody was upset by that, and least of all Ivory, because he didn't know anything about it. But I think even he would laugh at that.